What's up, British bakers? It's the Secret Streamer Bakery back at ya. How's your day doing, Jackson?
Well, mate, my day has been quite good. I did not have class today, so I got to wake up at a reasonable hour. Then,
Oh, that's really nice.
it is. Then what else did I do? I need to do some homework, actually, but I went grocery shopping for my dishes for the week, and then I went to the gym. It's pretty
It
good.
sounds like you had a really good, productive day.
It's fairly productive. I had a few hours of laying about, but I could I'll do some homework later today. I have a test for my French class that I must do.
Yeah.
How's your day
Um. Uh, well. Uh. Personally, I did have college to this day. This time at work,
been?
so I did have to do some old classes before I'm finishing up,
I
or
see.
like the whole day shebang.
Yeah,
But
makes sense.
other than that, I mean, I did have work, which was a bit of a pain as always.
Bit of a pain, indeed. Was it
I
fine?
I got out at around 8,
Eight.
so
Okay.
2 hours after when I'm
Oh,
supposed to get out. So it's a hit or miss, really.
yeah. It's a classic from your
Uh,
workplace.
Other than that, college is fine.
Mhm.
There's some stuff I think I need to figure out before it goes on for too long, so I don't fuck shit up.
That's fair.
But
What classes are you taking?
oh, this semester I'm taking more general classes, your general history, which is one of the classes I need to look at because,
Okay.
I realized I got an AP history credit
I do recall
in
that.
high school, and I need to, I need to make sure that I'm not just wasting my time, you
You
know?
should claim that. That should be worth maybe 3-ish credit hours.
Yeah, it's something I need to take a good gander at.
Indeed. What other classes are you taking? You're taking a history. What history is it?
Uh,
History.
it's a it's a it's a U.S. history course.
Just overall.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a bit general.
Yeah. I took one over the summer. It was early US history. History. Yeah.
I think I think this one is I think it's early because it does start from like around colonization area.
Yeah, that's when mine started. And then mine ended right after the Civil War. We did not even get into Reconstruction.
I I think that's where I'm pretty sure that's where we're stopping.
Okay, so it's probably the same type of class.
Yeah, probably. I'm also taking biology as my science for the time being,
Okay.
and that's
Is it just like the intro one, or is it like.
no, it's bio 2. Well,
Okay, okay.
technically, it's bio 1407.
14. Yeah, it's the
The
second one.
Yeah, it's the second one I'm doing for the time being, but like honestly, slightly peeved.
Really?
Like, yeah, like really, 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 because I'm for one bit, so normally your science classes are split into two parts. You
Mm-hmm.
got your lecture and your lab.
Yeah.
Well, I would say the type of learning that goes on in them are completely different.
Oh, I understand how that is. I've had multiple lab classes.
So the lab is fine. I don't have a problem with that. I'm
Yeah.
I'm actually like excited for that one because practical shit.
Okay.
Apparently some form of dissections are going to be happening in
Ooh,
there.
that's neat.
So it's gonna be fun stuff. The word squid was thrown around on day one, so I think that's going to be fun.
I do know how you like squids.
Well, I mean dissecting
Yes, I know,
a
but
sample wide.
you have a
Yeah,
penchant for squids. in my opinion.
All right,
I think you
you
think
know
that they're neat little guys.
they they do cause me quite a giggle sometimes.
Indeed.
Anyways, but so that's fine, all right. And then the lecture teacher is doing nothing essentially.
Oh, that's not good.
My lecture teacher's like, all right. On the first day, they handed us like I wouldn't really like understand until about the beginning of this week, really. What's really happening in that class, which is nothing, because
Oh.
she gave us a thing for all the she basically said, all right, I'm going to teach you what's on the exam, and that's it, and that is it.
Oh, that's not.
There
That's.
are there are I think a total of 6 grades in the class,
Oh. Oh.
half of them being the exams.
For a second biology class. Like
Yeah,
that's crazy. That's the hallmark of a rubbish teacher, if I do say so myself.
yeah,
Sorry,
it's literally,
professor.
yeah, professor my ass.
It's a load of
But
bollocks.
really, it's so fucking irritating because like I actually like really enjoy um uh, my biology, like biology as a subject. So just having this teacher fucking ruins it all the fucking time.
Oh, okay. That does sound rather bad.
It's really annoying because it's like, all right, I basic like it's not even like I have to pay attention in the lectures either.
It's rather easy.
No,
Rudimentary.
no.
Oh.
They literally took the PowerPoint and highlighted all the things that would be on the exam.
Oh.
So so part of the times they're like, all right, I would go into detail about this, but since it's not going to be on the exam, I'm not going to.
That's absolute shite.
I'm really just it's I'm just like, why am I here then? Because like it's like I'm not really like learning anything.
Yeah, just send me the PowerPoint link. Give me a few weeks
Yeah,
and
no,
boom,
and it's
done.
given. It's on there. It's they've basically already know that they're fucking swindling it all because you're not really getting anything from it. It's really fucking annoying.
That's an absolute load of shite.
Yeah, I liked my first bio class because it was once a week, so like it was like a 3 hour. That wasn't really like a big problem with it though, but like there was weekly quizzes, things I had to study for, active engagement,
Yeah,
that type of thing.
there's
And
more
this one is just
information than just what you need on the test.
yeah, it's like I mean like basically I mean the entire thing was, hey, we'll teach you this stuff, and if we don't get to the certain bits of bobs for each unit, then it won't be on like the exam or whatnot.
That's a hallmark of a good professor.
Yeah. And then oh yeah, and then I have a government class, which
Okay,
which is running pretty fine. Same teacher as one I had last year,
okay,
so it's going to be pretty easy breezy on that front.
all right. That sounds good. So it's only those three classes,
Technically, it's
technically.
technically 4, but like yes, only 3.
Oh, does the lab for biology is a separate class?
Yeah, it's a separate class.
Ah, that's how my physics labs are. But my geology labs are part of the class hours, which is rather odd, in my opinion. But
That sounds good. I mean, you have a really good professor. It sounds really nice.
I have two
I
professors
thankfully, I
actually,
really, oh,
and they're both good. They teach two separate parts of the course, and then TAs run the lab, which the TA is very good. I've had a bad TA for my physics lab last semester, but
I don't think I've ever had a class with a TA before, though.
I'm in a larger school, so it makes sense. A friend of ours that
Fair enough.
Nick, his school also does not really have TAs.
Hmm.
Okay, that's neat. And what's your
Yeah,
is your major biology or is it like
that's
yeah.
what my current major is right
Okay.
now. I plan on doing something, biology related later
Yeah.
down the line.
I do support
If
STEM
if not
majors.
if not, um uh I may do like art or something. That's a hobby of mine.
That's
Other than
true.
that,
Well, to be fair, you don't really need to go to school for art unless you want to be like snobby.
I think in I feel like I think you only do it because it can help with getting like
Yes,
job
resume stuff.
applications or
Yeah,
whatnot.
but
Yeah.
is that the type of art you want to do? It depends. Like,
No, not really.
yeah, exactly. Because that's like corporate
It would
art.
be more like graphic design
Yeah,
if I were.
and I mean, you could probably get a
Which
minor in that.
yeah. But biology is the current main course.
Yeah,
What I want to do.
I do support STEM majors. I didn't realize until now, but a majority of the people in our friend group are STEM majors.
We're all a bunch of science heads.
A
What can
bunch
I
of
say?
science heads, indeed. Science heads, I do like that. I think I'd call us STEMmies. I think I like that one better. It's
No,
nice.
no, that's a good one.
Has a little ring to it, you know.
So aside from college, what else has been really going on?
Not much. That's really been my experience. I've been living in an apartment now by myself, and I've been cooking for myself, which is interesting. I'm okay for the most part, but then I tried cooking a pizza the other day, and I kind of fucked that up.
Yeah, I saw that image. Yeah. I hope you do better on the next pizza.
I agree. I mean, it was like okay, except I added some what's it called?
Cheese?
No, the cheese was fine. The cheese was perfect. It was the problem was one, I didn't diversify cheese. Usually pizzas are multiple types of cheese, and I only use mozzarella, which I don't know what I was thinking. I bought other cheese for the express purpose of, you know, putting it on the pizza, and I did not. I put it in my eggs today though.
That sounds nice.
Then
Though,
well, I also added a little extra to the sauce. I added some, was it thyme, oregano, and garlic, and I added a little bit too much oregano because I could not fucking get it down my. I could, but it was like overpowering, and I added a little too much garlic in my opinion.
I see.
I used croissant dough for the bread, and like it was very messy, but it did taste good and was probably the best part of it. I think if I do better and think next time better, I can have a good um I can make a good pizza.
Yeah. I think if there's a bit more planning put into the process, that you
That
would
is
be able
true.
to make a more functional pizza.
I also did not look up a recipe. I did it by
You
memory from last time we did.
oh dear. I can see how you fuck up a
But the
pizza
problem was
then.
I didn't I cooked it properly, the amount of time properly. It was my problem was I added a little extra and also I just forgot something. I had the stuff for it and I
I
just
see.
forgot. But next time I will not completely butcher. I also used too much sauce. I didn't realize. But after like I finished cooking it, I'm like, oh, it's kind of leaking. It's not supposed to do that.
It was leaking?
Yeah,
I see. Normally pizza's not supposed to do
I
that.
know that, and I knew that when I saw it, and I went, oopsies, I did not mean to do that. But listen, I will just say
I
that.
mean, did it did it taste functional? At
Uh,
least.
everything except the sauce, which I fucked up. That was on me.
I see. So it was more like dough and cheese with a bit of tomato in the middle.
No, the problem was it was No, the dough was good. The cheese was good, not the tomato. It's I added way
Yeah,
too much
that's what I'm
parsley.
saying.
No, it was
I'm
like I
saying that.
had dough, cheese, tomato, all good, and then I like put a fuck ton of parsley in it. I did not, and garlic. I did not mean to do that.
Oh, I
Now I
see.
know because I took a bite of it. I'm like, holy fucking shit! This is so much. Like you know Wario, correct?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Imagine his breath. That's
Oh,
the I. That's what I
his
felt.
breath as a pizza. Jesus Christ, I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy.
Yeah, neither would I. But that's how it happens sometimes.
Pretty pretty eventful pizza overall, you would say, eh?
Yeah, definitely. But now I know, and I will do better.
That's what we all strive for.
Exactly. Though, well, let's start with you. I had beef stroganoff today. Very easy to do, like super duper
That's
easy.
nice.
I was working on a segment that we shall see later tonight. Well, cooking
Mm-hmm.
it because it's just I put it in after a minute and wait for a period of time, then go to it. Uh, what else have I
So
cooked?
you'll grab it in a bit here, yeah?
No, no, no. I finished
Oh,
eating.
okay, okay.
I finished eating earlier than I expected, which is why I'm like, let's do 9:30 instead of 10.
I see, I see, I see, I see.
And then I cooked. I've been cooking stir fry, which is very nice. I've been enjoying that.
Oh, that sounds nice.
Yeah, that's been my go-to mostly. But tomorrow, I think I'm going to cook chicken Alfredo, and I'm going to make it with lemon chicken, which I am good at and do like. Then I will probably use the leftover chicken for something. I don't remember what. I have something in the pantry. I'll know when I need to use it. And then I'm probably going to use the beef for like something I don't remember.
Something good.
Yeah. And then I have a pizza from a local grocer that I shall reheat. A proper pizza.
A proper pizza.
Yes.
A pre-made goodie.
Yes. I shall pop it in the oven and then voila, pizza. And then I have another thing of chicken Alfredo, but that is pre-made.
That sounds nice.
Yeah. Thankfully, I'm not a breakfast person because if I was, I would be going through eggs like crazy.
I I can imagine.
Because I eat 4 eggs, and so that's like
That's a
three.
lot of.
That's like
Hey,
three from a carton.
yeah, it's only 3 miles.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have like any other type of breakfast food at all?
Well, I don't really eat breakfast, so no. I don't have a toaster,
Oh,
so I don't eat toast. Uh,
I don't like toast either.
I'm a toast fan, actually. Shout out to my friend
A
whose
big
username
toast
is
head.
Toast. A big toast head, yes. Uh, but I do not have a toaster, and I would have to like put it on the stove and do some things with it. That's too much work, honestly.
I see.
Also, I'd have to get bread and keep. So I got some pre-made croissants, and I forgot about them. And then I opened. Well, actually, I opened them like 5 days later, and I stored them somewhere. Hindsight, should have stored them in a dark place. But I'm like, oh, that's a little mold right there. Let's not eat those. Which is
Oh
dumb
yeah,
because I have had fucking pre-made croissant dough. Like I had it in spades because I used it for the pizza. And I was like, oh,
yeah. I
I've just
see.
eaten that instead.
Yeah, it sucks whenever good food actually becomes moldy.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, it's a bit annoying because it's like I was going to eat that and
It's
then
no, my thoughts were, oh, I wanted to eat that with my ex. Oh well, that's it. It was
yeah,
annoying, but
exactly.
that's how it be. What else? I was gonna say something I just don't remember. It's about
I don't
food.
know.
Oh, for breakfast, if I am hungry, I've been eating like nuts and cheese.
I see. That's it makes sense given that you don't eat any other breakfast meal than eggs most of the time.
Yeah, it was like I'm a white person. I love cheese. It's fucking Amazing. And then nuts, I've actually not been a big nut fan, but I think that's just because I never like gave them a try. I've had salted
Uh-huh.
roasted cashews, and they are rather nice, especially with Gouda and Swiss, which I have gotten in my fridge right now.
Yeah, I sometimes eat like salted cashews, but that's whenever I'm like really desperate for food.
Yeah, I'm not much of a snacker, so like I do not, you know, keep a bunch of snacks, but I've it's nice having those things that are like substitute meals, or I'll eat them when I'm like a little hungry before a meal, or like going to not
Yeah,
be able to eat for a while. It is
yeah.
frustrating cooking because unless I pre-cook, I can't like have lunch at my house because my classes on Tuesday and Thursday all I have like an hour and a half gap between them, but it
Oh, I
takes
see.
like 30 to 40 minutes round trip to like walk back and forth from my place, and it's just not worth it in the heat.
Oh yeah, the heat is awful right now.
Yes, it is summer. Like
Well, I mean, in some places they would say it's, the beginning of,
oh, you're right. You're right. Hold on.
autumn and fall.
Those people, what is it, below the pond? I don't know. Some land elsewhere. Not me. Maybe for you, but for me, summer. Yeah,
Yeah,
and we
it's
use Celsius, obviously.
yes.
I love Celsius. Converting to Fahrenheit and Kelvin, terrible. That's why I use Celsius. I'm a STEM major. I get it. Meters, Kelvin, perfect.
Yeah, metric system is just much way better. I mean, like, what, like, it's easily divisible by 10, and
That's
you
true.
don't have to worry about some random like foot or gallon getting in your miscalculations.
I agree. Like the system of units, like all the abbreviations. We're both my age. It's like,
They work.
yeah.
It works. It's a functional system. And then
Is is one of your
it just
dogs
doesn't.
in the background?
Yeah, my dog is trying to get me to do something.
Which one is that?
Oh, it's Dobie.
Well, you have to listen. You have to entertain
Ah,
Dobie just for a
well, he's
moment.
gonna but he's gonna fucking I don't
Dobie's a
hey.
free person.
Hi there, mate. Look, you need to calm down, all right?
I
I
agree.
need you to. I need you. Hey, nope, nope. Don't jump up on here. Don't jump up on here.
Tell Dobie I said hello. Normally, I speak for him, but
Jackson, Jackson says hi, Dobie.
Dobie usually says, "Hi, Jacob." Dobie's American, by the way.
Yeah, he's a bit American.
A wee bit, yes. Oh, but I love the nano, micro, uh, kilo. Those abbreviations are so helpful in
I love
science.
them so much. It makes sense.
I agree, yes. Speaking of science, do you want me to get on with that segment idea?
Oh yes, our new segment.
I
This
know,
is gonna be a good one.
new segment as an only one so far. So,
No, no, no. We had one segment
we
beforehand.
did.
Remember? Remember? I did a random like basic argument and I had you
Oh,
to say something about
I
it.
forgot about that. That's just, listen,
That one was bad. I know.
I love Liam dearly, but arguing with Liam is not fun because it's not arguing. It's when you're at the
It's
playground
not a debate.
and you're like playing make believe with a friend and you're running
Yeah,
around
yeah, yeah,
and
yeah,
you
yeah.
tag them and
I
you're like, "You're it." And they're like, "No, I'm not. I'm immune to being it from your right hand. I have a gun, actually." Oh, nope, I'm immune to guns. It's not rubbish.
yeah, yeah, yeah. No, no. Whenever it comes to like figures of like hypothetical scenarios, at some point he will just alter the hypothetical scenario in his own
Yeah, it's
interest.
like derivatives. But back on topic. So this segment is basically I asked Jacob a science topic he would like to learn a little more about, and so I'm going to provide him with like a paragraph of oh fuck. I had some extra information from one of them I wanted to add that's separate and did not. good on me. But so I'm going to give Jacob wants to learn about stars and black holes. So I am going to give him like a little. I'm going to tell him about a paragraph about them, and so he one of those has some misinformation inside of them, and I would like Jacob to guess which one it is.
I've got to be a real good sleuther here, all right?
Yeah,
Look, I I got to figure out what is wrong,
yeah,
obviously.
and so I think the first one's a little bit subtle. I think yes, but I think it's a little like it should be a bit more blatant next time, in my opinion. So, and I think the second one is better at that. But so the first one, I apologize if you're like, oh, that's doesn't. It's like, oh, 2 words or something. So the way
Yeah,
this
yeah.
is going to work, I'm going to read a paragraph. The first sentence is free. It is correct. There is no misinformation there. Then the second sentence, which is going to be the first sentence of potential misinformation, I will read it and say end of sentence one, and then I will read the second one, end of sentence two, third one, fourth one. After I've read them all, if you'd like me to reread any of them, you may ask me to, and then you will guess which one is incorrect.
I see.
After you guess which one's incorrect, I'll tell you if you're right, wrong, and then I will fix the misinformation and go a little more in depth with no caveats. Does that sound good?
That sounds perfectly fine and
All right.
dandy with me.
So actually, first, what do you know about stars and black holes? Give me like a rundown of what you
Uh,
know.
well, um, uh, I'll keep it a bit brief, but um, uh, I know there are a bunch of I don't know the exact gases, but there are a bunch of elements stuck together and all that jazz.
Okay.
And eventually they'll either grow big and die by reforming on itself, or in some select scenarios, if it grows too big, whenever it starts dying, it'll become a big sucky thing that rips apart space.
Okay. Okay.
In the most general terms possible.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It sounds non-scientific
No. No.
whatsoever,
You're fine.
but I
What you said is correct for the most part. It's a little. So I realized after talking about this that this is a more nuanced topic than I should have thought. So in the future, I will make sure to clarify and specify because next time I think I would just focus completely on stars because I think I'm a little too brief on the stars. Uh,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
but next time I will do better. So ready for me to start?
I am always
All
ready.
right, this is the free sentence, so it is correct. Stars are giant masses of primarily hydrogen and helium, which are constantly undergoing a fusion reaction, creating intense
That's
temperatures
right.
and light. The hydrogen, specifically, is usually what it is. That's the end of the first free sentence. This is the start of the potential misinformation. Stars are formed in nebula clouds, massive collections of gas and dust out in the vacuum of space when enough of the cloud coalesces together. That's the end of sentence one. This next sentence two. This gathering of gases begins to heat up and pull more material into it, eventually collapsing in on itself due to its gravitational pull. End of sentence
Oh,
two. Chew. Continuing like this for several million years at least, the hydrogen in the protostar begins to fuse together to create helium, marking the beginning of the star's adulthood. That's the end of sentence three.
mm-hmm.
This fusion will persist in this phase for billions of years until eventually the star will grow too massive to support itself and collapse in on itself, resulting in a supernova. End of sentence four, which is the last one.
That's you said supernova, but you said collapsing on itself.
That's correct.
Normally, if I'm not mistaken, normally don't they grow big first, right? They expand during that stage and do kind
So
of a
are you
big
telling me
blow up.
that sentence four is wrong?
I'm telling you, I feel it in my gut
Okay,
that sentence
so
four
we're
is
looking it
wrong.
in. That's your answer?
Yeah.
That is correct. Sentence 4 is wrong. So I did skip a step. As stars get older, they do not just continue to fuse helium, there are more stages, and not all stars supernova. When stars begin to die, most of them turn into red giants. In this phase, the core of the star
Yeah.
has exhausted its hydrogen and begins fusing hydrogen from outside the core, which tends to expand at several magnitudes. It's actually believed that when our star becomes a red giant in 5 billion years, it will grow to envelop the first 3 planets of the system.
Yep. It will grow and we will all die.
Well, humanity might be dead by that time. This is in what? Double the Earth's
Oh,
lifespan.
oh yeah, so true.
These stars, they once they fuse all their hydrogen, and then all their helium, which turns into carbon, and so on, until they have an all iron core. This ends in a collapse of the core, and that does cause a supernova. So it does collapse beginning, and that compression and something else, I don't know the specifics of the mechanics, but then it continues to fuse or attempt to, and that collapsing does then expand and explode.
Yeah, it does a big old blow up
And these
situation.
supernovas are actually responsible for the distribution of heavy elements in our world and thus the formation of our world. Anything
Oh yeah.
heavier than iron comes from a supernova, probably. I actually think it's
Yeah,
more than
because it blows up and disperses all that material out into the atmosphere.
yeah.
Well, not atmosphere, but vacuum of space.
Yes. Time meteorites, some are formed, and then that explosion can end up creating more stars later on. Actually, what else was I gonna say? There's one more thing. I don't remember. It's on the tip of my tongue. Our star is only big enough to fuse up to carbon, I believe. So
I say.
yeah, it will never ever go to iron, to my knowledge. There are also multiple other types of stars. There are white dwarfs, which
Yeah, yeah.
I think.
Which
Mhm.
after the supernova and it courses in on itself, but it doesn't become a black hole.
Yes. Well, I think potentially. So, actually, no, I think you're right. Yes. Yes, yes. That's likely what our sun will look like. Then there are also, what is it, neutron stars, which are the after effects of supernova that do not turn into what's it called? Not turn into black holes. And
Yeah.
uh, yes, I think it these and then so some of the ones, the most massive ones, once their core is left over, it collapses in on themselves, and that is responsible for the formation of black holes. So now I will get into the segment on black holes. So the first sentence is
Uh,
going to be completely true. So I will
all
start
right.
there. Black holes are collections of so much mass that the gravitational pull sucks in anything and everything, including light, and they can only be formed by a sufficiently massive object, such as the remaining core of a star after supernova. That's the end of the free sentence. The mass of a black hole is so massive that it bends the very fabric of space time around itself, causing the time observed near it to slow down. That is the end of sentence one.
All right.
Due
Keep on
to
going.
the intense pull of the black hole, it perfectly absorbs radiation, making it unseeable and does not emit energy. That's the end of sentence two. Black holes
Go on.
continuously grow, for the most part, by sucking in matter around them, which includes other black holes. That's three. Ah, some black holes exist together in a system, making them binary black holes, which orbit each other until they collide and form a larger black hole. That's sentence four. Black holes of incredible mass, some of which form from binary systems, are called supermassive black holes, and it is widely believed that they reside at the center of galaxies.
All right. I thought I knew a bit more about black holes before going into this, but I've now realized that my information on them was a bit lacking.
Yes, and this is some of the basic stuff. I'm gonna give you a little more later. That's a little more complicated, but for free. But this is like cliff notes. So
I say.
yeah, in hindsight, after thinking about this, I could have made separate segments of both of these. So I will know that for the future. So, would you like me to repeat any sentences, the whole thing if you need, or
Uh, well, I don't think it will help if you repeat it, but
it might?
um, it, it might, maybe. Um, uh, yeah, go ahead and repeat it all again.
All right, I'm going to skip the free sentence. So, what I'm starting at is the beginning of what could be wrong. The mass
Good,
of a
yeah,
black
yeah.
hole is so massive that it bends the very fabric of space time around itself, causing the time observed it around it to slow down. End of sentence one. Due to the intense pull of the black hole, it perfectly absorbs radiation, making it unseeable and does not emit energy. That's end of sentence two. Black holes continuously grow, for the most part, by sucking in matter around them, which includes other black holes. Sentence three. Some black holes exist together in a system, making them
I
binary black
feel like
holes. Mhm.
I feel like that one's wrong. I think
Sentence three.
that sentence three. That's what I feel is wrong.
Okay.
It just doesn't sit right within my brain.
Okay. So that's what you're gonna look in,
That's what I'm gonna lock in.
and you don't want me to. Okay. That is incorrect. The wrong answer
Damn
is
it!
sentence two. Uh,
That was my other guess.
Black
If I
holes
was gonna,
do emit some energy. Uh, so I'm going to start. I actually went to a talk about this sort of tangentially a few days ago. So black holes are theorized to one emit a type of black body radiation called Hawking radiation. We have not seen
I,
it.
I now that you said that phrase
Mm-hmm.
of words,
Mm-hmm.
I'm immediately like, damn it! I knew about this shit.
Yes, it's rather famous. That's fair.
I
I
I recognize what you just
Yeah,
said
right.
as something that's like a factual truth.
Well, it's not a factual truth. It is theoretical. We have never seen Hawking radiation or observed it. We believe that it likely exists due to mathematical models of black holes, because some black holes do not continue growing because they've absorbed all the mass around them, and so they slowly
Yeah,
evaporate, which
yeah.
is odd because they don't emit energy to our knowledge. Except black holes do emit gravitational waves, which is essentially the bending of space time in like waves outward from them. So there are observatories for gravitational waves on Earth, and they usually try to observe binary black holes. Whenever two black holes collide, they emit so much energy and like gravitational waves that it completely just eclipses any other potential gravitational wave, which allows us to see them. We did not know gravitational waves were a fact for like the past what 20 years. I do not remember when, but
It's a
the
bit more of a recent discovery, you would
yes,
say.
I think it's a little more than 20, but the LIGO and Virgo observatories in our world uh, are they all work together to basically see when there are black hole, um, not black hole. Well, technically, they see gravitational waves and existence of them, and they record it and try to measure them. And they have been, uh, what they believe is observing binary black hole systems and others, and watching their before and after to the best of their knowledge.
I say.
Mm-hmm. And so caveat. So when I also said they are not seeable, that is technically true. We cannot truly see one, but using
Yeah. I know whenever you look at the stars and stuff, you can see like the big old hole in the
well,
thing.
there's more than that. So do you remember the picture of the black hole? I believe I had an Uwu profile picture made out of them once. Here, let me. I can.
Yeah, I don't remember that image.
I
Sorry.
well, basically, here I'm going to bring it up in a Google search. Do I want to edit this on? I don't really. Uh,
Yeah, no, I don't think that'd be a good idea necessarily.
I'm just lazy.
And,
Um,
and apathetic.
indeed, that is definitely me. That's a reference, by the way, for everybody out there in the world. If you open your Discord, you should be able to see the image I sent. Oh,
Oh yeah. I remember that image. Yeah. I thought you were talking about like an edited one. My bad.
well, technically, so the way we saw that is, um, we essentially using it, the entire Earth as kind of a satellite dish. We sent radiation towards that area, and we got an outline of the black hole, not necessarily the same thing. So that is kind of a stylized image of it. In
Say.
actuality, it was about that, but it was, imagine it in black and white, basically, with like dots for the orange stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That is what it was, and that was very recently. That was what, 2 years ago, maybe 3. I do not know, but
Mm-hmm.
we have a lot to learn about them. They're very interesting, and next time they deserve their own segment if we do talk about them.
Great.
Okay, so what's your opinion on this? What's it called? This segment.
It's a good bit. I gotta say.
You like the bit? You like the bit?
It
Okay.
get yeah, I do like the bit. It gets me engaged. Like it's a whole new little concept to think about.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, like, it's not like I'm getting lambasted or being made fun of on the internet. Oh, I am being made fun of on the internet if I'm wrong.
Well,
But
not really. Many, our comment section, very large. So many people talking it. But
the treasure troves
yeah,
of people there.
yes, I want it to be an informational thing, and it's fun for me because I get to nerd out about science, mainly physics, and also we get to learn because I know Liam had a goal of learning more often than not.
Yeah, he did mention that.
Want to have like daily learning, which this could be helpful. It's more of a weekly learning, and
Hmm.
we can probably rotate who like gets to choose their topic. So like next week that can be Liam, then week after the that could be you, so on and so forth.
Yeah.
People in the comments, or Meeple Maniac, I
Maybe.
guess. No, no, I don't take.
No,
No, we don't
no,
take audience. But
no,
what's
no,
your
no,
opinions
no.
on the segment? Any feedback to better improve? Was there anything there that you did not like?
I think it's a very um uh, well thought out and like functional system.
Okay, 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 okay.
There's
Perfect.
nothing that's
I'll think if I have anything, and I'll work on it later off camera, obviously. But I think that's good for the segment then.
oh great. Went on. It was a pretty good segment. It went on for pretty while.
No, that was pretty good. I have a full page of notes on that
Good to know.
because I had to, like, when I was reading sentences, I had to read them all out, and I had supplementary information. Also,
Of course, of
apologies to
course.
anybody that's super into this. I think I got my research correct, but I, did this like 4 or 5 hours, uh, just in the past 2 days. I think
We
I know.
won't always be. We're not always going to be 100% accurate.
Yes, exactly. And I'm not experts in this field. I knew a little more about
Not
the black
not.
holes because I have seen stuff about it, but I'm not, you know, an astrophysicist, just a regular one.
Yeah. Makes sense. Makes sense.
But I will do my best to get information correct. Okay, so do you have anything you'd like to say about stuff? As in topics. Segue as they.
Uh, well, I can't think of any top.
Okay. Have you been trying to get into any extra hobbies recently or no?
Any extra
Yeah.
hobbies? Mm, not really. I feel bad because oh no, I wouldn't call my new fashion obsession a hobby. I wouldn't call having 3 watches on one arm a
That is not
hobby.
a hobby. Yeah, fashion can be a hobby, but in my opinion, your current uh, fashion experience is not a hobby. That's just a change in lifestyle. If you got really into like different outfits and everything, and like planning them out. I would call that a hobby, yes.
Yeah,
I say that's like it's like a rebrand, if anything.
yeah. I do love myself some good rebranding.
You do. That's fun. That's fun. So I've actually been trying to get into running.
Oh, that sounds nice.
Yeah, I used to what's it called? I used to run track at my middle school, I believe.
No, nope, I did. I don't think I did. Wait, I think yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah, yeah. I we've we hung out around that time, and I was like, oh, I enjoyed sprinting, but I've been getting to longer running, and so my school actually has an event where they have a 5K, and I would like to participate in it because it's been kind of like a hobby of mine, and a lot of my family were runners. My dad used to be one, and then his ACL tore, and so he could not really run
Ooh,
well anymore.
yeah.
My grandfather used to be one until very recently, but then he got cancer and could not really walk with his feet well. And so I'm like, oh, I would like to run. It's also a very good way to stay in shape, and I enjoy it. But it's so fucking hard.
Oh yeah, yeah. You have to have really good cardio in order to,
Yeah,
even be slightly effective at it.
yeah, and I'm like not at the point where I'm very good at it. Like I can run maybe a mile in.
Right now,
Sorry.
whenever
Hold on. Give me a minute. Let me think about my pacing.
you
Actually,
mean a kilometer.
no, well, it's not kilometer. I can run maybe about 2 kilometers with like continuously, um, and I'm always aiming for about 5K in a run. My goal is to
Yeah.
get 13 minutes, below sub 30 5K, which is something that many people can do. I cannot because I'm beginning. But I ran for almost uh, 7 or 8 kilometers, and so I also have like maybe a 1.2, 1.5 kilo walk back to my apartment. So I need to do all
Ooh.
that, and it's also why I'm kind of scared to do leg day because when I begin all my workouts with a run and do that, and then I would have to do lifting and a bunch of leg exercise, and then I have to
Yeah, yeah,
walk, and then depending on the day, I would have to go walk like to school and
yeah, yeah,
everywhere,
yeah,
and
yeah.
I walk on average of like about 10 kilometers a day. And that can be depend on my Tuesdays and Thursdays, but even then, it's like around 3 to 5 kilometers on other days. It's
Yeah.
hard on your legs, and my feet always hurt, which is annoying. But
Oh, that.
I want to get better at running.
Yeah, pretty admirable goal. Um.
It's just hard as balls.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I agree wholeheartedly.
Okay.
Shit can be hard. I know. I'm probably not going to get into running while I'm alive
That's
because mainly because at some point, unbeknownst to me, I developed a side stitch, uh,
oh.
which is like a sort of like a muscle sore
Mm.
on your abdomen generated from whatever, who knows what. But essentially, if I try running too hard, it will fucking hurt. It will basically make me want to stop everything I'm doing and just like rest a bit. It's
Okay.
it's it's really I hate it so fucking much because like I also I yeah I want to get back into like I wanna do a bit more exercise and all that jazz, but but then I'm like, damn it, what the hell, mate? Because like I'm stuck here because like I can't even like run on a treadmill for like it's like 3 minutes of continuous running and then my side will start to fucking like feel like it's
That's how it
jabbing
usually
into my
happens when you're not like super. Like I remember that's how I was at one point. Just I could not run for like I would run for half a mile or like a kilo, and I just could not continue. My side was absolutely killing me. But like after and it hurts and it's not fun. but eventually it goes away, and like I do not feel it today because I've just gotten so much better. But
I mean, maybe I do just need to run more, but like, it's a very big deterrent
yes,
from
it shouldn't
from.
really happen though when you're lifting, if that's what you would like to get you.
No, no, it doesn't happen when I'm lifting. It's only whenever I'm running, and never whenever I'm doing anything else,
Mm-hmm.
really. It's just annoying.
No, I get that. Yes, and it hurts. That's a big thing. But I mean, it's not easy to get good at running. Like my feet hurt. Uh,
Thankfully, I am really good at hiking and all that stuff.
okay.
I can. If you tell me to hike, I'll hike. If you tell me to run, I'll flip you the bird and
Well, yeah,
keep on
it's
walking.
because they're very different things.
I mean, yeah, you all right?
Imagine running up a hill, like or a mountain. That's like, oh my god. Eventually, I'm going to try to add elevation into my runs, but not
Oh
yet.
my lord!
Well, it's like not constant, like small bits of elevation, just so
Yeah, small bits are fine.
because when you're
Small
doing
bits.
actual running outside, you're you're obviously changing elevations depending on where you are, and I mean it's more realistic that way, and it conditions you works different things.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah,
Um,
makes sense. Makes sense.
mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Okay. Okay. We don't have that much more time, probably. Let me think about stuff to talk about then. You'd think we'd be
Oh,
better at this.
when you oh, you've talked a whole lot. I forgot something. Hold on, I need to fact check something real quick.
Okay. Uh-oh.
Give me just a moment.
While Jacob's fact checking that, I will continue clearing the or filling the air, as you say. This is just Dead Space is not my favorite. It's like a zombie game.
All right,
Okay.
all right. Wait,
Oh,
no.
nope. Oh, okay. No, I'm still waiting. So I'm talking to you in the microphone. I had actually two more topics, but I don't want to bring them out today because I feel like they're more for other company. Other people would prefer them.
Well,
Uh-huh.
so I've been a bit of a baller
Oh,
and all. And the
ooh,
the summer
yes.
league finally ended this week.
Okay.
We did pretty all right.
Okay.
We got 17th out of all of the 24 people, which is
17?
in
That's decent.
yeah, 17th.
And isn't this
We
your first
started
league?
yeah, first league. And I mean, I think the funniest part is like there's like a cash prize at the end of it,
Mm-hmm.
but it's only enough money for 2 weeks of league bowling for each of us.
That's very funny.
So it's like, all right, yeah, we got our quid, and that's about it.
Yes, yes. A few pounds, that's all. That's very funny. I saw that you've been bowling recently. So
Next new league starts
Tuesday?
starts starts Tuesday,
Yes,
same
I saw
thing.
that.
And we split up into two. So it'll be me and my good friend Ryan, and
Rowan, I love that name.
Danny
Daniel. Yes.
and Daniel, and our
Fred.
since we played our first week with the rando,
Uh-huh.
so it'll be him and Danny for
Yeah,
the
yeah,
other two,
yeah. Okay.
and we'll be playing against each other.
Okay, that's fun. Oh, also, congratulations to Danny a few, was it weeks ago, that he got his first above
Oh
200.
yeah, that's right. That's
Wait,
right.
didn't
That's
you as
another
well?
thing. I also got my 200. Bloody hell, though, it was fucking 2 weeks afterwards of his, so I was a bit all peeved about that.
You know what they
But
say.
it's all real fun and
Yeah,
dandy. You know,
you're not competing with each other. Well, I guess
as
technically
much
you are.
as
You're just
much
not
you
good.
know, as much shit as I throw at him, um, uh, it's all in good fun.
Okay. Yes. What was I gonna say? Shit. Fucking. I agree, Dobie. That's Dobie, right?
Yeah, he's the only one who actually barks at shit in the background. I mean, my other
Oh.
dog might do it, but my other dog actually has a deeper bark. There's a bit of a more of a growl to it.
Yeah, Adobe's
But
more
she rarely.
civilized.
No, he's just a fucking asshat.
No,
More
Adobe's
often.
civilized. Adobe understands not to growl at people because it's not proper.
It's
Adobe's
more like, yeah, I guess so. You're right. He does not growl. I mean, she does a little bit. I guess a snarl is a better apt description of it,
that's
which
still not polite.
is still not better, but
Yes,
I mean, yeah.
Adobe is a
But
paragon of
it's more
society.
like for her, it's like a one time thing, and then she stops.
I guess. Okay. But Adobe
But yeah,
continues. Adobe does not stop what he starts.
yeah. Dobby does not stop barking.
Yes, exactly. He finishes. He's a closer. Adobe is the paragon of a good businessman.
He's got all those deals to make, and not enough time.
And I think with that word of wisdom, we should head to our closing remarks. Jacob, you have anything you want to say?
Uh,
No. Does Dobie have anything he wants to say?
Dobby's probably saying, "Let me the fuck outside, you fucking twat."
Fucking
So I
wanker.
think I'm gonna go have to do that. And
Well,
remember, your oven is trapped. Don't
don't
open
forget.
it.
Don't, oh, that's a new one. Well, I'm gonna send contradictory phrase. Don't forget to preheat the oven.